baseball. This guy could pitch, this guy could hit, he could do it all. And he's also one of the highest paid players in Major League Baseball. But there is controversy, financial controversy surrounding him. What is that?
Yeah, so the man who just signed a $700 million contract with the Los Angeles Dodgers, which, by the way, it's deferred money.
Yes.
So
it's all tail end.
Yeah, so he's going to get it later on in life or later on in his career because he wants the Dodgers to be able to build around him and have World Series runs. They could be very successful. Yeah, and the Dodgers understand, like, with the marketing in Japan and Asia, being successful as a team like the Dodgers, like, it's all going to pay for itself in the long run. So
for sure.
I think it was a great idea for him to defer his money, but he's got an interpreter who he's been friends with for a long time. And apparently this guy got into some gambling debts with a bookie in Southern California. And there is an investigation into this bookmaking company in Southern California, which, by the way, sports gambling is illegal in California.
It is? Is it really?
It is.
Well, yeah, can't use DraftKings.
You can't use DraftKings, can't do any of that. It's still illegal. They're still, working on that.
That's surprising.
But they investigated this bookie and, they found a wire transfers, I should say, of $4.5 million.
Oh, damn.
And a number like that large, I don't really consider it a, quote, massive theft. They're saying that this interpreter wired himself the money. And I'm like, why does this guy have a handle on Shohei Ohtani's finances? Wouldn't Shohei Ohtani, like, get an alert? Wouldn't he, like, wouldn't the bank tell him, like, hey, somebody's trying to take $4.5 million from you?
Yeah.
And according to a story from ESPN, that Shohei Ohtani paid him the money so then he could then cover his gambling debt. So Shohei Ohtani knew about this, but of course they fired the interpreter. As far as Shohei Ohtani and repercussions, I'm not really sure what's going to happen now.
Slap on the wrist at the most. I'll ask this. Is this like a Pete Rose situation? Was he betting on baseball?
That's what they're trying to find out.
Right. Like, if you're telling Shohei to, like, pull back a little bit, or anything that would give this interpreter any advantage in gambling is a big no-no, especially with baseball, because even though the Pete Rose thing happened damn near 40 years ago, it's a stink of a legacy that's been lingering in Major League Baseball, through generations. So immediately people think Pete Rose when you think about sports betting in baseball.
Not you, Show. Not you.
It's the reason why Pete Rose is not in the Hall of Fame right now.
Right.
He's not in Cooperstown because of his gambling. And according to the ESPN story, this guy, this interpreter, was never gambling on baseball games. It was NBA, soccer matches, other sporting events.
Anything else he could bet on. So he had a problem, essentially. He's like Rico.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like Michael Jordan, but way less money.
Well, and people were comparing Shohei Ohtani, like, this guy's the Michael Jordan of baseball. Yeah. I'm like, maybe he's more like Michael Jordan than we thought.
Well, to be fair, Michael Jordan wasn't into sports betting. He was into, casino betting and golf betting.
He was betting on anything he could bet on. He was betting on which way the glass would fall off a table. I mean,
that's
Jordan was a crazy gambler.
If Ohtani's in the next Space Jam, I'll be very happy. That's all I'm saying.
There's that clip from the Last Dance documentary with Michael Jordan where he's like, they're rolling a quarter on a specific spot
and they're betting that. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know. I see that scene 1,000 times too. So you're right about that. Jordan has a problem. All right. Well, speaking of sports betting, of course, this is a big year for sports bettors because it is March. That means the NCAA tournament is in full effect. And that's why your ESPN show got shut down or ended an hour early. Shut down. But ended an hour early because ESPN Radio 1490 AM is airing those games.
Yep.
Now, our U of A Wildcats were upset in the Pac-12 tournament. They were the favorite to go back-to-back and become Pac-12 champs, but they did not win. And I immediately was thinking silver lining on this. Like, this was a good thing going into the March tournament. And am I wrong in that thinking and belief?
No, because you know who has the same thought process?
Who?
Tommy Lloyd, the skipper himself for Arizona.
Really?
He said at the Selection Sunday show after the brackets were revealed, and he said, like, I feel so rested because the last 2 years, Arizona had won the Pac-12 tournament, partied it up in Vegas, coming back to Tucson. They were always running on fumes going into that first game.
Yeah.
Losing in that semifinals, it gave the team a chance to reset, get ready for the NCAA tournament. They don't have the number one seed. They're not the number one seed out west. That belongs to North Carolina. So they don't really have the largest target on their backs. and they're in a very favorable region. Like I think the East region with UConn, that's the toughest path to the Final Four. Arizona, they got Alabama in the region. They got Michigan State. These are 2 teams that they have beaten. And then North Carolina too, which is a very, in my opinion, a vulnerable team. So the path, you got Salt Lake City, you got Los Angeles, then you got Las Vegas. Arizona has favorable matchups. I wouldn't be surprised if Arizona's in the Final Four.
That's fantastic. So what would they have been in if they would have won Pac-12? A different little division going into the NCAA tournament?
I think just the 1 and 2 seeds would flip. I think North Carolina would probably be the number 2 seed out west.
But yeah, so just based off of this, not only do they get the added rest that they need, and they still got to rage it up in Vegas, but then, with that, they have more favorable matchups going into this tournament. And this is something that they did not have previous 2 seasons under Coach Lloyd.
Well, the favorable matchup last year, they played against Princeton.
Yeah.
They were in this position last year as the number 2 seed playing against the 15 seed.
But they were fighting injuries too. There was a couple key players that were injured.
They were a little bit banged up, but also they didn't have the depth. They had a 17-year-old Kylan Boswell coming off the bench and then Pelle Larson, and that was the only depth that they had.
They're a 7-man squad, yeah.
Jaden Bradley, KJ Lewis, Mo Krivas, like these guys are dogs coming off the bench. So Arizona, they have the depth, they have the talent, and I think that they're going to be just fine. But thankfully for them, they experienced the 15-2 loss last year when they lost to Princeton.
Yeah.
Tommy Lloyd has a very strong message for these guys, and he understands that you can't take this team lightly because their coach in Long Beach State got fired a week ago, and he's still there.
Yeah.
And their coach, they're playing for him because they thought that Long Beach State wasn't going to win the conference tournament, and then they did. And it kind of got awkward. He's like, oh, crap, I got fired. I lost my job, but I'm still coaching this team. They're trying to play for this guy who, by the way, gave Tommy Lloyd his first coaching gig at Gonzaga.
Oh,
so a lot of storylines here.
Damn.
All right. Well, I love it. And I do like that you are predicting that they should make it at least to the Final Four. So good luck and bear down. We're going to talk more with Justice Spears and Herb Stratford. And when we return after the break, the controversy around Roadhouse. It seems like a big blockbuster movie. Why did it drop on Arizona Prime today? And why is it not in movie theaters? We're going to get more information from Herb, plus other movie reviews of things that are being released this weekend. Coming up next, Beef Vegan Presents. So keep it right here. God damn, I'm good. You guys realize that?
Did Bezos buy Arizona?
Yeah.
Arizona Prime.
Arizona Prime.
I like that. I like that. I was so good.
Let me
That was
compliment
perfect.
myself. Yeah. Everything about that was flawless. Stuck the landing. Oh, words? Yeah, no,
Arizona
I don't know what
Prime.
the fuck I'm talking about. But
They're Arizona, Amazon, they're close. They're
Yeah,
both
very
A
lush
words.
jungles.
to be fair,
Yeah.
to be fair, I kept trying to make eye contact with Spears through this ring light. And it's blinding me. It's really blinding me. Spears, make sure your face is on the camera. You're hiding behind there. You got a beautiful face, There you go. But and then there you go. And
There
put
we
the,
go.
hey, welcome to the podcast. There. I know you're new to podcasting, but rule number 1 is make sure they can see you.
Who's this guy that knows everything about sports? I can't see his face.
Yeah. This anonymous.
Who is this anonymous man?
I'm like
He's a
Wilson
mystery.
from Home Improvement.
Exactly.
Just all you see is my eyes above the mic.
Be a good shtick.
Yeah, and so we are going to talk about the Roadhouse a little bit, Herb. What else have you been keen to here this past week?
Well, I would say the thing I'm most keen on is this movie called The Fox, which is just a really amazing sort of World War II movie.
That's like your pick of the week. Is
it
that going to
is.
be a movie theater release?
No, it's
Okay.
streaming. And then the other stuff that's happening this week is Three Body Problem, which is the Game of Thrones guys, their new science fiction series on Netflix, and then the Ghostbusters movie, which just why?
Yeah. Okay.
Why?
We have to talk about the Ghostbusters for sure.
Yeah.
And yes, it's been a very abysmal as far as the reviews on that, but there hasn't been a positive takeaway, and that's Camille Najami. Is that how you say his name? He was in The Big Short, not The Big Short. Big
Eternals.
Love. Well, yeah, he's in Internals, Silicon Valley.
Mhm,
he's all buff now.
Mhm.
But they say him and the other voice actor who plays the ghouls actually had some really funny lines and good takeaways there. So,
Herb's definitely entertained by this.
I know, dude.
It's like, yeah, so many good lines. It's
You
a step
hate it?
above the other
Yeah,
one that came out. Maybe.
It's below that one.
Is it below that one?
Yeah, it's below that
Wow.
one.
I didn't think that bar could go lower.
Yeah, I mean it's probably better than the all-female Ghostbusters, but I mean that's just it just makes you long for the original Ghostbusters. You know what I mean? You're
This
just
man
like
has no dick. There's no lines like that.
No. It's just like they're trying to mix that nostalgia factor along with, oh, here's the new Ghostbusters. Oh, Paul Rudd's a Ghostbuster, and the kids from Stranger Things are Ghostbusters. No, thank you. I'm just
yeah. All right. It's too incestuous.
yeah.
Happy birthday shout outs going around. So
Happy
Manny
birthday.
shouted out his birthday, his daughter's birthday, Natalie. She's 17 today, right? And so he threw it out on the stream, and Natalie is on the stream too, saying, "Oh, thank you." So happy birthday, Natalie.
Birthday.
Yes, 17. That's a good year.
Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese.
Send me. I'm not on the stream. Send me the
Okay,
stream.
well, you are on the stream, but
I mean, you know what I'm saying.
yeah, so you can see these comments as well. You're feeling left out. I get it.
I am, because people, sometimes say things about
Say
me.
things to you, not about you.
Yeah, well,
they say
sometimes to me.
positive
Sometimes.
things.
Did Chuck E. Cheese make me a gambling addict?
I think it might have. That's where the ticket love started.
Yeah.
Oh no, those actually there have been studies have proven that the correlation between pizza parlors and arcade gaming do plant seeds for gambling addiction later on in life.
Of course it does.
And if you look at like a Dave and Buster's,
Mhm.
they're designed the same way that casinos are.
Lights.
Lights and
The air getting pumped
dopamine
in.
triggers left and
Yeah.
right, dude,
Yeah.
all day long. I know, and I unfortunately can only afford like the round ones and not Casino del Sols, so that's where I get my fix, man. And I'm telling you, I'm racking up those tickets, even if it's something stupid where it's a stupid lever game where you're just like, all right, oh yeah, oh crank it into $2. Oh, I'm gonna pull this lever again. Oh yeah, 50 tickets, fantastic. Got myself an ashtray.
Worth it. What are those Chinese finger handcuffs?
Oh, I wish they still did those, dude. I think they don't do those anymore. At least at Dave and Buster's. Yeah, maybe because there was some kind of crime or maybe some sexual deviant.
Probably.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's usually.
Damn eunuchs.
Uh-huh.
I remember getting like yelled at by my parents as growing up, like I can't, like crying. Got scissors, like deal with it. Figure it out.
It's 50 Shades of Grey, the finger trap. That's what it is.
You know what? We have so many commercials. I'm just gonna dump the songs. We're gonna go full blown talk show right now, which is fine because Frank is off this week. That's why Herb's here early. So I have a bunch of the old KLP extras listening as well. So you guys want funny, talk radio? I got you. If you wanted funny talk radio in the first place, what were you doing listening to Frank? Oh, burn!
Better get some salve.
What's that?
Aloe vera for that burn.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I said it. I don't regret it. Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Shots fired. Oh, I'm sorry.
Damn,
I'm sorry.
bro.
Someone abused you for 3 years. You tried not being funny in return.
Here we go.
Okay, so you brought it up. You brought it up.
Where's
Yeah.
the fold down therapy couch? Is it in here
Right.
somewhere?
We should have that.
I'm over it. Okay, I'm over it. We're fine. Things are going good. Here we go. 3 seconds. Starting off with Roadhouse, and then we'll shit on Ghostbusters. Okay. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We are back, and unfortunately, we didn't have time to squeeze in a song because I want to talk with Herb Stratford about the controversy surrounding Roadhouse. It is Roadhouse Day, which dropped on Amazon Prime today. It's the reboot or reimagination of Roadhouse, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor, to name just two of the many other people that are in this movie. But this is a movie that is not without controversy. It has early reviews, and the reviews are decent.
Yeah, I mean, it's at like 67% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. I mean, so this premiered at South by Southwest last week.
Okay.
And of course, that's the perfect place for this movie because it's just right in that DNA of South by Southwest. It's not really an indie film, but it's sort of pop culture. It's just sort of that sweet spot. So a couple of controversial things about this movie. Number one, the director super mad because he was promised a theatrical release.
Yeah.
Which, he's not getting.
Right. That means he doesn't get any back end deal money, right?
Well, and he also, it's like, if something streams, you're not eligible for certain things. And, it's just like, it's sort of the nice thing to do, especially when you have like a big star like Gyllenhaal, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big guy, right? I mean,
I'm not a fan of Gyllenhaal.
I know you're not, but I mean, he's a box office draw, right?
Yeah.
Did he see like Barbie win an Oscar and he was like, I think Roadhouse has a chance?
That's what it is.
He's like, yeah, I think he has a chance.
There goes all my Golden Globes
Well,
for Roadhouse. Like,
Come
what?
on.
When you see him take his shirt off in the trailer, you're like, damn, is that like, that's some Gerald Butler like stuff? You know, that's like 300 level abs. I mean, that's some serious washboard on that dude.
Yeah.
So, and then the other problem was apparently during the strike, there was some AI script writing assistance that happened, if you can believe it. Like that script, the script for Roadhouse would need assistance in the script writing, right? So a little bit of controversy. You know, they basically, the studio got the director to sort of calm down and stop trash talking the movie. But, you know, it's funny because Swayze movies are very sort of pop culture, B nostalgia, warm, fuzzy things, right? You think about Ghost, you think about, you know what I mean? Like these are movies that people remember. Dirty Dancing. They're movies that people remember fondly, but they're not the best movies.
They're not. But they are iconic pop culture movies.
Yeah.
Right?
And I mean, you know, it's the same goofy story. You know, he's like, they just changed him. Instead of just being a rowdy, he's like a UFC fighter. And then that enables them to bring Conor McGregor in. But there's an evil developer, you know, and it's going to take away this Roadhouse, and it's been his home. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of blood, you know, it's just like Fight Club.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this is, you know, the controversy around AI, this sounds like a premise where you say, hey, ChatGPT, write me a modern day version of Roadhouse. And that is what's going on. Did you just do that right now? Yeah, that's
write me a dialogue scene in a new Roadhouse movie scene.
Yeah, let's see how, like, we're going to read me a couple lines. And then when you watch Roadhouse,
you want to be guy two?
You be guy two.
All right, you got two.
I'll be guy one.
All right, go for it.
Think you're tough, huh? Come into this bar like you own the place?
I ain't here to make friends, buddy. And I sure as hell ain't scared of a loudmouth like you.
You got a mouth on you, I'll give you that. But let's see if you can back it up when things get real.
Real? You want to see real? I'll show you what real is right here, right now.
Scene. The tension in the bar rises as the other patrons start to take notice. Guy one. You talk a big game. Well, let's see if you can handle it. Step outside and we'll settle this like men.
Oh, we're definitely stepping outside. I've been itching for a fight all damn night.
Scene. The two men square up, fists clenched, ready to throw down as they make their way towards the exit. The crowd in the bar murmurs with anticipation, eager to see the confrontation unfold. And scene.
Whoa!
Wow. Bravo.
Give them the awards.
Damn.
Now.
You're a good guy too, by the way.
Damn,
great job.
dude. Yeah. So basically, this Roadhouse reboot was written by ChatGPT.
Yeah.
We pretty much solved that mystery right now.
I've been itching for a fight.
All damn night.
Too funny. That is too funny. Well, all right. We're going to continue with Roadhouse conversation here in a little bit, but let's talk Ghostbusters. Okay, Ghostbusters. This is your open up a can of worms of how bad you believe this movie's going to be and how angry it makes you inside, because you seriously were vile when you were talking about Ghostbusters, this latest edition of it.
I feel like when Hollywood does this, it just is such a shameless cash grab. It makes me disrespect Bill Murray, who I love.
Okay.
Right.
Well, he needed to save face. And yeah.
He did, but I just sort of hate that. I mean, the only bright spot I will say is some folks, and I sort of agree with this, their bright spot was seeing Dan Aykroyd and having him be so excited and seeing him in that, in that role as one of the Ghostbusters. And, just because we haven't seen a lot of Dan Aykroyd, right? And, Dan Aykroyd, again, he's sort of, there's a nostalgia factor there, like a Swayze movie, where we're all like, oh, I remember when Dan Aykroyd was in, like, even there were bad movies. You're like, oh, it's Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see Dan Aykroyd. It's, I love Bill, but I just feel like, my real angst on this one is I hate being force-fed. It's the new generation of the Ghostbusters. It's Paul Rudd and the kids from Stranger Things.
Right. Like, we could do this for another 40 years.
Yeah.
Like, please don't.
No. And they didn't learn their lesson with the all-female Ghostbusters, which I think unfairly was slammed a little harder than it should have been. But it's just like, because all the male fanboys were just like, oh no, you can't do this, make it all female, whatever. I just think there's something about this property, this Ghostbusters thing, and maybe it's just my nostalgia. Just don't ruin it by you keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. It's just.
Would you believe that it's cursed?
Could be.
I ain't afraid to know curse. Either way, Ghostbusters is being released this weekend. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast more with Herb Stratford. Yas Money's going to join us as well. Justice Spears, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Excellent acting, dude.
Seriously.
We got more coming up
path,
next.
man.
Don't go anywhere.
Watch out, Denzel.
Watch out, Denzel. Is there another scene before you go? Is there a scene you
there's
want
one more.
Oh, do another one.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
another scene?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fuck
I'll be gone one again. You be guy too.
All right.
Yeah, because I was really impressed with your acting. First off, were you
good.
ever in theater or any kind of drama when you were younger?
Like in school, like school plays.
There you go. Yeah,
Have you been guy 2 before?
I've never been guy 2.
Okay.
All right.
He's
I'm
the guy
honored to be
one, but
guy
not
2.
today.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Set up the scene there.
You know what they say about big talkers, don't you? They usually end up eating their words.
Yeah. Well, I got a big appetite, and you're about to be my main course.
Oh, that's gay.
You think you're the first? Think you're the first tough guy I faced? I've seen punks like you come and go.
Keep talking, tough guy. I'll make it all sweeter when I shut you up for good.
You got a lot of bark. Let's see if you got any bite.
Bite? Oh, you'll feel it all right. Right in your gut. Pause.
And scene.
Yeah, and scene for
Wow.
sure. Yeah, before it turned
You'll
into
feel
a
a
homoerotic thriller.
That's what I'm thinking.
You'll feel it right there, boy.
You'll feel it in your gut.
I'm gonna rearrange
guy
them.
two.
Whoa, whoa,
All right, guy
whoa.
two.
That's how you win a fight without even throwing a punch, too. You know, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck you so hard. Like, what?
No, guy two.
You mean fuck me up, right? Whatever, son.
Guy two. You don't know what you're missing. Waltzes out of the bar. Like, damn, Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. It's Roadhouse Day.
For modern audiences.
All right, let's hit the reset here on the stream. We did our show open this morning with some daily affirmations and meditation to help all the road ragers out there. And in case you missed it, well, you're in luck because it goes a little something like this. Check it out.
Rock station, Rock 102.1 KFMA, Oro Valley, Tucson. An Arizona Lotus Corporation radio station. Stream us on your cell, laptop, desktop, or tablet at KFMA.com. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like
He's
it.
corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Thursday, March 21st. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning in to the show. Got a lot going on today. Gonna have a lot of fun. Got tickets giveaway for STP live in Soul Asylum. That's happening at 7:10 this morning. Also going to be giving away tickets for Dimitri Martin. Got your F My Life. My buddy Yas Money is going to be in studio for the podcast broadcast. All this stuff and more. It's good. But first, yeah, you were white knuckling it on the way into work today, Rico.
Oh, yeah.
You doing okay, bud?
I'm okay. It's just a daily reminder of why we're listed as the top worst driving city in the U.S.
I mean, it is a legitimate stat and fact that Tucson drivers are considerably worse than most other drivers throughout the nation. It's something that some people could be proud of. Some people could be a little upset on. I mean, it does suck. I think part of the frustration is that no matter how short a distance, it's the same amount of time to get to that distance, right? Because everything is just ass backwards. Yeah. So what happened? Did you have a bunch of road ragers?
I wasn't going 80 miles per hour westbound on 22nd Street. You know, unfortunately, I was just an old nerd.
Yeah, that's
not
good.
going the normal speed.
Yeah,
of 75.
I'm glad that you brought this up though, because I think a lot of people, especially this early in the morning, deal with a certain amount of road rage. I mean, I recall not too long ago when I was on my way to work, witnessing a fist fight of two road ragers in the parking lot of a Dunkin' Donuts. And the guy who basically started the fight got his ass whooped 3 feet from my window, which I had rolled down, and I was watching it like I was at the front row of a UFC event.
Get him!
Yeah. Then the dude was mad at me. And I'm like, what did I do? I'm just watching you submit like a little bitch when you pick this fight.
Right.
Don't pick a fight with a guy and then be upset when nobody stops that guy from beating your ass.
Yeah, this is what happens.
Yeah,
You'd expect that.
Tucson law, right?
Right.
But it did bring up this memory, and also I was like, well, what can I do for our listeners out there who are experiencing this rage? In this situation, I meditate while driving. I sleep after. And I have like some driving out. Okay. All right. So first application I want you to do that. Right. Focus on all right, you guys are driving home. You have these tension, stress, calmness. That's right. And not only church myself, each breath. While you release frustration, not tension. And turn positive energy down the road. Right. Is creating a harmful To answer your question, no, it wasn't like that on the air. It actually sounded better on the air, and I'm kind of real pissed that I continue to have these issues when it comes to when it comes to audio. When I try to do this on YouTube here, in fact, actually, I'm gonna see if I could do this. If you could hear what it sounded like on the air a little bit better. Let's see. Okay, here. This is what it sounded like on the air. Let's see if you could hear this. Small words. This is my skim.
Radiate calmness.
I radiate calmness
And positivity.
and positivity,
Spreading peace.
spreading peace
Like butt cheeks.
like butt cheeks.
I radiate calmness.
I radiate calmness
And positivity.
and positivity,
Spreading cheeks.
spreading
Oh, sorry.
cheeks.
Spreading peace like butt cheeks. Damn it, I messed it up. All right, fine. Run people over. I don't care. All right, we got a great show.
There you go. So that's
the phone lines are open if you
one.
want.
All right, so that was what it sounded like on the air. Way better. And in fact, actually, I got some emails and instant like DMs about the bit. So people enjoyed that. I got a request for making that a weekly bit. And that was Rico's idea. It was very, very zen. So Rico's idea was that, he was kind of road raging on the way into work today because he just can't stand some Tucson drivers. And I get it. Sometimes, especially early in the morning, you see people driving like assholes.
man.
Yeah. And so he's like, what if we did some kind of meditation, daily affirmations? And I'm like, all right, that sounds like a plan. Found some meditation music on YouTube and did it. And unfortunately, it did not record properly through the video, but on the air sounded like a real good affirmation. My voice.
I hope we saved a life or two today.
I think we did.
Just
I'm pretty sure we did.
injury.
The beginning of it here, actually, it was a long bit. So
You're going to make people pay for this now.
here, I'll give you all the affirmations. Let me just scrub it ahead. And then, and Yas Money's in the building, of course. And Herb was just hanging out with Yas, cheating on us, KOLD.
I was. Yep.
Yeah, here's the affirmations.
I attract positive energy on the road, making a harmonious,
Creating a
It's too early to
harmonious.
memorize things.
Are you guys trying to be
We'll
Little
see.
John?
No, you're letting the rage.
Lil
take
Jon?
over. Okay,
Lil
you're
Jon
right.
just
Yeah,
came
you
out
have
with
to,
a.
again,
No, you're
let
talking about
go.
Andre 3000 from Outkast.
No, Lil Jon was just on CBS Morning yesterday talking about this, and I heard him.
He's doing meditation stuff. The guy
Yeah.
that was all about crunk and crank and whatever the fuck.
When I tell you I was listening to his interview and then I was listening to his meditation, the hesitation and the anxiety of just like waiting for him to say,
Yeah.
you know?
He knows
But
it.
it was so calm. It was like meditation and like all this stuff.
And
And
he didn't say, did he say yeah calmly at least? Where he's
No.
like,
No.
yeah.
no.
Rip
To-
off. Rip
to the
off.
window, to the wall, till the sweat drops down my balls.
All right.
Those are the lyrics, bro. Don't get mad at me.
all right.
Don't act like you weren't singing those in the club when it
I've
came
been
out.
here for less than 5 minutes. You already said balls.
First off, I quoted Lil Jon, which you brought up.
No one told you to.
Yeah, well, you look. Get Low is a classic. It's the same.
She was too busy listening to Usher.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did a Rap GPT today. Yeah, I don't know if you got a chance to hear that, but our Rap GPT was pretty good because the running theme this week. Well, we keep seeing stories, and you're with KOLD, so I know you see these news stories about squatters. Squatters are getting out of control. You giving me this? Did you hear it? Did you hear the Rap GPT?
What happened?
She's like, I'm being squatted right now.
Right.
I hate it.
She's 8.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, it's because it's a reoccurring story that keeps popping up. It's a problem that we're having. And squatters are not only just being able to squat, but the homeowners don't have any rights. And there was a homeowner this week that literally got arrested trying to kick squatters out of the home that they own. Right. And then that same homeowner had like a friend or somebody saw the story on the news. He's like a vigilante. He got arrested because he tried to go full blown Batman to get those squatters out of the home. So squatting, unfortunately, is kind of this legal loophole that people are taking advantage of. And the more like housing disparity grows, the wage gap continues to grow, the more this is going to happen. Because if this is the only legal way that you could not be homeless and still live in a nice house and not have to have money, then this is going to keep happening for sure.
But isn't that only in certain states where that loophole is?
Yeah, potentially. Okay. I mean, I haven't done enough research on it to give you an expert answer, but I only rap about it. And Rico
He's
and
an
I,
artist.
Yeah, Rico took
But
this
I'm not a
information, went to ChatGPT and said, "Tell us about squatting in rap form, Jurassic 5 style." And we performed this little ditty.
Hey, Beef.
Yo,
I like your new spot, man.
thanks, man. I just found it. Changed the locks and everything.
How much you paying?
Oh man, I'm not paying. All I had to do is change the locks. Pesky family keeps trying to get in, but I'm like, bitch, you don't got the key. This ain't your home no more.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, look it up on the law. It's the law, man. Yo, check it out. It's a new wave. Let me illustrate about squatters' rights and how we infiltrate empty houses, neglected spaces. We innovate, turn the abandoned homes into lots. We renovate. No more sleeping on the streets, feeling desolate. We're reclaiming what's ours. It's our mandate. Society's neglect. We retaliate with legal tactics. Negotiate, emancipate. Squatters' rights. We fight for our place, turning empty houses into living space. Taking back what's ours. No time to waste. We're the voice of dispossessed in this rat race. Squatters' rights. We fight for our place, tearing empty houses into living space. Taking back what's ours. No time to waste. We're the voice of dispossessed in this rat race.
We're the architects of change with deeds to validate. Empty rooms filled with dreams. We populate where the echoes of the marginalized articulate. Taking over houses, it's our fate. So celebrate from the cracks in the system. We navigate with resilience and unity. We demonstrate no more being marginalized or second rate. Where the vanguards of justice can't intimidate.
Squatters' rights. We fight for our place, turning empty houses into living space. Taking back what's ours, no time to waste. We're the voice of dispossessed in this rat race. Squatters' rights. We fight for our place, turning empty houses into living space. Taking back what's ours, no time to waste. We're the voice of dispossessed. So as you can tell, it kind of.
You know what I love the most?
What's that?
Is watching them two, like parents. We're showing them our mixtape.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a lawyer. Check it. Look, listen, Mom. Listen, Dad.
Yeah, this is James.
No,
She's like, okay.
I'm distracted, and so I'm just waiting for you to catch my. Like I'm waiting.
Like a producer, just like, let me hear that.
You're
fire.
waiting for the jam.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
a voice,
and
like
then-
a person
and
on a
then-
voice from a
and
chair
then-
turnaround.
I hear Rico, and I'm like,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, Rico was killing it. It was an old school vibe.
So celebrate.
Squatters' rights. We fight for our place.
Like we're
Turning
encouraging
sorry to
squatting.
ruin the song for you, Yas. Taking back what's
No,
ours, no time to
okay.
waste. We're the
I will
voice of
compliment you.
dispossessed in this rat race. Squatters' rights. Here, this is
We
how
fight
it
for
our place. Turning empty houses into living space. Taking back what's ours. No time to waste. We're the voice of dispossessed in this rat race.
Yeah, that's right. Squatters' rights, we're here to stay. From the pavement to the rooftops, we pave the way for our future where everyone has a place to lay our heads with pride in this world. Come, let me.
Yay.
Just scored a home for free.
Frizzle. Good job, son.
All I had to do was change the locks, and now it's mine.
Coming for you, Ace Hardware.
Oh,
This already has electricity built in. Sweet. I don't want to pay that bill either. Water. Oh, look at that, Rico. Hot water for free too.
What about the internet?
No internet, but that's all right. I'm on my neighbor's Wi-Fi. I cracked the code. Oh, yeah. His password was password. What an idiot. I'm gonna take his house next. That's how we outroed GPT's Rap GPT Squatter. We're back on the air here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yas Money's in studio. Good morning, Yas.
Good morning.
We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, but we're going to be back with Yas and Herb Stratford after the latest from Green Day, Dilemma. You can join us, youtube.com/bevegan. It's a podcast broadcast. Clear.
Do we have any sound effects for Yas Money?
Where's my cha-ching?
Yeah, when she comes in the studio, it should be like a big sound.
Oh, well, I know. Thank you for that, Lindsay. Lindsay said it sounded amazing. So, as far as what are the actual legalities of squatting in Arizona, we don't know. I don't know. I mean,
maybe don't say them out loud.
I would suggest that you just don't try
on air.
Yeah.
Keep that to yourself.
No, that's true because there's a lot of our listeners who are displaced of homes
or unhoused.
If you are a squatter, please call.
Yeah. Well, like Samantha, she's one of our regulars who calls in, and this is the one thing that's weird about Samantha. Yeah. Well, because she won the Rock 102.1 cash bow, so she won $2,000, which is life-changing money for her right now. It really could help her as she's waiting for disability, and I appreciate that a lot. But at the same time, when Samantha won, I'm like, that's great. Why do you always try to win concert tickets in Phoenix then if you're so financially strapped? I currently have a job and a home, and I pass up on a lot of concerts in Phoenix because of the cost of going up to concerts in Phoenix. Sometimes concerts in Phoenix get really messy. Ain't that right, Yas Money?
I knew it. I knew you were bringing me here for my downfall. I knew it.
Reframe it. Not a downfall, a come up.
Yeah.
I fell. Oh, no, I fell.
She has the most hilarious story of what this is like an F my life in a way. And I don't know if we'll save it. I got a minute 40 before we get on the air, if you could tell that. But your knee went out at a 50 Cent concert, right?
Yes, it was the second time my knee went out of place. I have a kneecap that just kind of slips out.
Yeah, which sucks. Yeah, so the second time it happened, where did it happen at?
So I was in a bathroom stall at a 50 Cent concert, and I was in between. Well, Jeremiah was finishing his act, and I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom now, so I can avoid traffic, right?
Right.
So I made my way over there, and like I didn't have to go, but I wanted to go just in case. So I took my time. I was wearing like a bodysuit underneath and like a sweater over, and so I took off my sweater, made sure I took off the bodysuit. I don't know what it is. I make a motion that I think I put too much weight on my right leg, and I twist to sit down. And this is how it happened the first time. Okay, in my bathroom at home, I'm about to sit down, and I hear it crack, and I fall to the floor.
In the bathroom stall.
Are we on air?
No, we got 35 seconds. But yeah, so
my pants were down. Okay, my pants were down. I was about to use the restroom.
Right, yeah.
And when I tell you I heard it crack, I fell to the floor and ass to the floor.
Yeah. And you're making noises.
And I'm like, I'm moaning, I'm crying, I'm not like hysterically crying. All these things. And the girl in the bathroom stall was like, damn, taking a shit or what?
Yeah.
I hate my generation.
Damn.
Yeah, it gets worse from there. Let's see how we can. We're getting back on the air, so let's see how we can verbalize this on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Real quick, Yas is telling the story of an F My Life situation she recently had at a concert up in Phoenix. Her knee goes out every now and then. Second time it happened, she was in a bathroom stall at a 50 Cent concert, right? And
the worst place.
Yes. And she's wearing tight clothes. She has to, take off her layers. Knee gives out. She falls straight to the floor in the bathroom stall, right? Like ass to the ground type stuff. Completely exposed, and she's making noises, and the girl in the bathroom's like, well, you going poop or what? But it didn't stop there. What else?
I'm struggling to get up. I hit the toilet seat when I came down, so like part of my thigh was like really bruised up because I
all the weight just dropped like dead weight.
No, I caught myself on the toilet before I like hit the floor.
Yeah, that doesn't make it better.
But it didn't make it better. So I had to make sure that my knee was either out or in, like because if not, I had to pop it back in like I did the first time.
Yeah.
So
like,
I touched my
badass.
knee.
yeah,
I
what was
touched
that
my
like Mel
knee.
Gibson, Lethal Weapon?
Right.
Like it dislocated
Pulled
shoulder?
her into the door frame.
Yeah.
So I'm touching my knee, and I feel that it's in place. My pants were so tight that it popped itself back in.
Well, that's good. That's
So
a
I didn't
benefit.
have to deal with that. But you know, I'm still like struggling to get up. I'm making all these sound effects, and this girl goes, "Damn, you guys having sex in here?" And I was like,
I wish.
I'm struggling right now. So obviously Jeremiah had come off stage. So, you know, this whole traffic of people are coming into the bathroom. So finally I get myself up. I sit on the toilet. I'm trying to gather myself, and I'm like, okay, I got to wait for this wave of people that came into the bathroom and heard this commotion to get out of the bathroom. You know, it was like, just in case someone's like, wait, but nobody asked me if I was okay. Nobody said, hey girl, what's
Yeah.
going on in there?
I got you.
No.
Yeah,
Literally could have been dying. And
I
they're
could've-
just like, oh, yeah, she's getting it on. Ha.
Just
No.
to hear her say like, "Oh, girl, he was so good, my knee popped out."
Yeah.
So yeah, then I had to gather myself. I realized nothing was broken. It just popped out of
Aw.
place. And then I had to make sure that my pants were fully dry.
Right.
Because I was wearing black
Yep.
jeans that were very noticeable if they were wet.
Mm.
So I was like, no, I was good. I was good on that part. That was the lightest. That was like the best
Silver
part of the
lining.
whole
Now,
story. Yeah.
why were you concerned that your pants could have potentially been wet?
Because when I fell, I lost complete control of my bladder.
Mm.
The body is crazy. Let me tell you
is.
something.
I don't
you're
blame
gonna-
you.
If you tell me that you have a full bladder, fall to your death with a broken knee or out of place or whatever, and you think that you can still
Hold it.
hold it,
You can't.
you're crazy.
Yeah, let it
I've
be
seen
known.
enough
Crazy.
CSI to know that.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's super embarrassing, but it's like, I mean, I knew this is why Beef wanted to bring me on. You're a terrible person, a terrible friend.
No, it's
Make
relatable.
me feel better about my life.
You know,
Dude,
and so,
I'll tell you all the times that I urinated myself as soon as it happens the first time.
Oh, and you know what? You know what I'm noticing is that nobody has asked me if I was okay.
Are
How's
you
my
okay?
knee doing now?
I asked you the other day if you were okay.
Well, I saw you walk in here, so I figured your knee was okay.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it's been 2 weeks, so like the limping is gone. But like by the time I came out of the bathroom, I came out with a limp, you know. So I
Which
I had
is
some
fitting at a
swag.
50 Cent concert. I told her, I was like, you're blending right in.
Yeah.
You know, he starts doing PIMP. You're walking with a limp. They just think you're feeling it.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know
Oh,
that you.
it was
But now I feel better.
terrible.
Now I feel better about wearing tight jeans all the time. So thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, be
Very
careful
safe.
though. Be
But
careful.
it
Keep your
was
knee
it was
in.
very painful. So the swelling, it got really hot. On my knee was just on fire. My ligaments are totally screwed up, but
Yeah, it does. suck.
yeah, it's something that will keep happening.
I noticed two things. Like one, you walked in and not limping, so that's good. It seems like your body's recovering quickly. And two, your pants are dry, so it's not a reoccurring thing.
Yeah.
So it's all good
I'm
stuff.
glad you made that reference. I'm glad you made that comment. Thank you, friend.
Well, you could always be like Herb, and where it depends. Speaking of which, we got. No, just kidding.
Jesus.
I am just kidding. We got Herb Stratford in the studio. There is a movie that is dropping that you're actually dropping faster than Yas in a bathroom stall. Oh, that you're
I'm
actually.
leaving. I'm leaving.
No.
I'm
She's the
leaving.
bee's knees. Leave her alone.
Yeah. You have a movie that you're super excited about that is coming out, right?
Yeah, there's a movie that's dropping on streaming that I actually really, really dug.
Streaming, you say?
Yeah, streaming. What?
Oh yeah, streaming.
Yeah, I'm done with those jokes.
Are
I
you
see where he's
done?
going. Yes, I
where he's
am.
going.
Okay.
So it's
Not
a movie
coming back.
called The
I love
Fox. It's a movie called The Fox.
Okay.
And it's set in World War II, and it is about an Austrian soldier. And so just so we're clear, you know, the Austrian army was not all the Nazis until Germany invaded Austria. So, you know, don't be thinking that this guy's a Nazi and it's a good movie about a Nazi. I'm not saying that.
Okay, so there was a good Austrian army before the World War
before
One.
they got
before.
taken over.
Yes.
World War II. Yeah. So anyway, this story called The Fox, and he is a motorcycle courier in the Austrian army. He comes from this really messed up home situation, and he ends up in the army. And basically, while he's out on training and stuff, he encounters an orphaned fox cub, like a little baby fox.
Okay.
And he sort of adopts this fox, and it becomes sort of his family and just a part of his life as he's navigating sort of what's going on in World War II. And then basically, as my first question, my wife said, does something bad happen to the fox? Because that's always what happens in Disney movies, right? And I said, no, nothing bad happens to the fox.
And this is a Disney movie, okay?
No, it's not a Disney movie.
Oh.
But they still don't
about
make
the
movies
Austrian
about
army. I'm
Austrian-
just like,
yeah.
they're getting out there, huh?
No, they're not that far yet. Deadpool's a bridge pretty far for Disney. Anyway, so the cool thing about this movie too is it's actually a true story, and it was the director's grandfather. So at the end of the movie, you have a VO of the grandfather telling the story of how he found the fox. So it's a really cool, you don't always see sort of stories that aren't just all about how horrible World War II was. This is sort of a story about a guy and an animal. So anyway, I really like this movie. It's streaming on Prime and on Apple TV. So it's called The Fox. Worth your time. Better than Ghostbusters or Roadhouse.
You say it's streaming on Prime and Apple TV, meaning people have to pay to watch it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Because I was wondering, I was like, oh, that's a dual stream. That's weird. But...
Yeah. But I mean, and it may be on some other platforms too, but those are the one you're going to look for.
All right. So that's the one you're most excited
The
about.
Fox,
Now, we talked about Ghostbusters as being the one you're least excited about.
Yeah.
What else? What's happening in theaters and coming out the theaters?
So really, Ghostbusters is the only thing this weekend. But I would mention too, real quickly, Three Body Problem is coming out on Netflix, and this is the follow-up to the first project by the Game of Thrones guys, D.B. Weiss and David Benioff. So this is based on a science fiction novel about an alien invasion. It's 3 books. This first 8 episodes is the first book. A lot of pressure on these guys to follow up. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of hate on the way Game of Thrones ended.
Not their fault, man.
No.
George R.R. Martin wouldn't finish writing the damn book.
100%.
Yeah.
So I dug this. This was I think it's cool. It's a slow burn. It's a very high concept science fiction stuff about, physics and all kinds of interesting stuff. But there's a couple of great set pieces that are just mind boggling. Like the 5th episode's got the most amazing stuff. So if you're into science fiction, you want to see what these guys do. There's no dragons. There's no topless people. Nothing.
No, but there's aliens, man.
There's aliens, right?
Hell yeah.
So.
I mean, if you're not going to give me dragons, give me aliens. I'm all in.
Yeah.
And, and I think it's smarter for them to actually pick up an intellectual property that has an end. So
well,
They learned their lesson, I think.
yeah.
That is
You're
true.
like, what do we not do? That's a book that actually has the end at the end, and then we could go over there. Excellent work as always. Anything else you want to touch on, Herb?
I just want to touch on real quick. Like, there's some big stuff coming up. Godzilla Kong is coming up. Next
You
week.
excited about that? Yes.
I love Godzilla.
Yeah, it did win an Oscar actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
It
And
was
Which
so
is the
good. I saw it
first time.
twice. Could have watched it every day if I wanted to.
So we're
Nice.
gonna have a new one. Although I will say, I think Yas and I are on the same page. This Godzilla is better than this one that's coming up. We like the Toho
Yeah.
Godzilla. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
We like
yeah.
old school
Minus
Japan.
one?
Yeah.
I still need to see it. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
It's
I know.
so good.
It's amazing.
Okay.
So that's coming up. The Fallout TV show is coming up on Prime, which everybody's excited about.
yeah, that looks good.
And then there's one other thing I want to mention because I'm going to New York on Monday to do a press thing. There's a new 8-episode series called Ripley on Netflix. You guys remember The Talented Mr. Ripley?
Yes.
Okay, with Matt Damon and
Yes.
Jude Law and Gwyneth
Great
Paltrow
movie.
when she used to act. So this is an 8-episode series, a brand new series, and it's got Adam Scott and Dakota Fanning in it, and it's amazing. It's really, really good. It's all in Italy. It's in black and white. It's beautiful, and it gives so much more time to flesh out these characters. And oh my god, because I mean that movie, was like 2 hours, right? I
Right.
mean, and there's so
Right.
much
Matt
more
Damon
there.
being creepy.
Oh yeah, and it's really good. So look for that. That's coming out top of next month, but we'll have some press junket stuff maybe next week.
Excellent. Well, good luck on that. Have fun and good traveling to New York. And that's Herb Stratford, everybody. Film critic extraordinaire. We're going to keep the conversation moving on to podcast broadcast. Got more coming up after music from Saliva on Rock 102.1. Excellent.
Herb, are you a Alien fan? Ridley Scott, the original?
Absolutely,
See
100%.
the new trailer for Romulus?
Yes, I did. I caught that yesterday. And, I think they finally are going to, we had such a horrible detour with, AVP and all this other crap, right? And then, I mean, honestly, I think Prometheus and I think some of the other stuff that happened just didn't serve the franchise. This looks like
A return to grace.
Yeah, it just looks amazing. Super excited about that.
Oh,
Same
yeah.
way we talked about the Star Wars. What is the one we liked? The show?
Which was a Rogue One?
No. The show, Andor.
Andor,
But
yeah.
the same way they're kind of going back to that like 70s analog aesthetic. It's like that's
they call it what they call it, cassette science fiction or
something like that.
Yeah.
It's like kind of the same thing with this new Alien one.
Did you
They're
see
going back to that OG look?
And speaking of that, did you see the trailer for The Acolyte?
No.
Oh my! So this is the new Star Wars series, and it's created by Leslie Headland, who's a really more of a comedic director. And it looks amazing. It's basically 100 years before the prequels, and it's sort of the rise of the Sith because they're starting to get the Jedi are being hunted. It looks really good.
Well, let's
let's
see if I can pull it up here. I can.
Who'd they say was creating it?
So Leslie Headland is the director.
Right off the bat, this first character looks amazing. Let's see. Oops. Here. So this is the kid. This is now we can't hear it because they'll mute it anyways.
They got that Disney power.
They do have that Disney power. Disney does not F around. But when it opens up with this guy.
Yeah, right.
I'm sold.
Right? I can't wait for the terminology like hippie Yoda comes out.
Right.
I'm baby Yoda,
Like
hippie
Disney
Yoda.
knows what they're doing, especially with a Star Wars. Like they go for the most adorable looking characters.
No, it's Lebowski Yoda. That's
Lebowski Yoda.
Lebowski Yoda.
Hey man,
that's amazing. Yeah.
I got some blue milk here, man.
Yeah, and that's just the beginning of the cuteness. Lebowski Yoda just like meditating. Got a bunch of kids. Let's see, can deceive you, blah, blah, blah. Disney talk. You guys are all going to be Jedi. Some of you will be good. Some of you will be bad.
Why don't you guys read the captions with your own voices? Just like you guys
In
rap.
a world. Let's see.
Say it, do it. Stop playing with it.
Okay, I'm not playing with it.
Life.
Balance.
Pick one.
Icy fire.
Mom?
Carrie Ann Moss.
Yeah, she's in it. Oh, look at her. Busting out her Matrix moves.
Right.
She's been working with John Wick.
Oh, she's still Matrixing.
Still got it.
This June.
Someone is killing Jedi. It doesn't make sense. Chewbacca and Andor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, are you not sold?
Are you not entertained?
It does look pretty cool. It's the Matrix meets Star Wars
Crouching Tiger.
nostalgia. Darkness Rises. She's great. She's always great. Beyonce's great. It just looked like a dance scene from a music video.
All right, turn it off. You just ruined it.
Come on.
Looks like an Usher music video.
Leave it
R&B.
on. Leave it on.
You got a lightsaber.
You got a red lightsaber.
Got all the colors.
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
the Sith be Sithin'.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm in. June 4. Can't wait.
Interesting.
That's Brooklyn's birthday.
Yeah, it is interesting.
I'll take Andor season 2 anytime now. Thank
Well,
you.
yes. Yeah, that is true.
That looks like Glenn from. Oh, it's not Chewbacca officially. This is Wookiee with the man bun.
That is a
Lebowski.
younger
Man bun
version.
Chewbacca.
It's a man bun Chewbacca. Dude.
Man baka.
Yoga Baka.
Man,
Bun,
baka.
bun baka.
Looking more and more like Bigfoot. Honestly.
No, he looks like Henderson's. What is that? Harry and the Hendersons?
Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Bigfoot.
Those are nice
for sure.
waves. Those are nice waves.
Oh, you like the
He's got
hairstyle?
waves,
then?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, we
okay.
do have Sasquatch Sunset coming up too, right? You guys know about
What
that.
is
No, what's
Excuse
that?
me, I'm already sold.
Oh, okay. So this is Jesse Eisenberg, and see if you can pull the trailer up.
Oh, I can.
Oh, is
Jesse
this like the Vans
Eisenberg.
Group one?
This is and what's her name? Beef, our crush, Riley Keough. And they're like a Sasquatch family, and it's like we're following them around, and oh my god,
And
yeah.
Is he star as voiceover or like for the
I don't know how
Sasquatch?
much talking they do because I didn't get to see it.
It's a
'cause
lot
it
of-
was at Sundance.
Woo.
I think a
All
lot of
right, let's see.
grunting and whatnot. But yeah,
Just the title has me already.
A lot of grunting. You guys having sex in there? Or what?
pretty much. Pretty much.
God.
Are you having sex and taking the shit at the same time? That sounds weird.
Good for you, girl. Do you?
Hey, girly, are you okay? No, none of it.
No, none of it
No,
is
I am
okay.
Not
Yeah.
a single person. No.
Let's see. They're mysterious. Blah 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 blah. Okay, here's the Sasquatch.
It's about time there's a Sasquatch movie.
Is this Jesse Eisenberg dressed as a
Yes.
Sasquatch?
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was going to be. Okay.
No, he is one of the Sasquatch,
Oh,
as
no.
is Riley Keough. There's 4 Sasquatches, and this is basically their little family unit out in the wilderness.
It's
Is this
funny.
a Wes Anderson movie?
Deliciously weird.
Oh, God.
He does like look at this Sasquatch's face. He does look like Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah,
in
you can
this.
totally tell.
Yeah, and it's a goofy looking Sasquatch, honestly.
From Zucks to Sasquatch.
Okay, so there's the patriarch
So this is the Zellner brothers who have done just some great films.
Let it roll, dude.
Okay, I'm just saying. There's Jesse.
Riley Keough.
Oh, that's Riley Keough. There's Jesse.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god.
whoever that guy is.
And that's one of the Zellner brothers.
Are you sure this isn't an AI trailer?
No, this is
Okay,
real.
this
This
is
is
real.
real stuff.
Good lord.
They're in the redwoods. A unicorn of a movie. It must be seen to be believed. Okay.
Okay, variety.
Yeah. Oh, hedgehog. All right. I do want to see this.
I mean, right?
Am
Is
I
this
gonna-
based on a true story?
It's like the top of my list.
This movie
I'm
was
just
made
like-
for potheads. I love it.
Smelling skunk.
Is this on the same category as Cocaine Bear?
No, so much
This is
better, and
artsy.
not zombievers either. Let's just be clear.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a real deal.
Is there kind of like a hippie undertone talking about saving the forest?
Oh my
and-
gosh, that was a baby.
I don't-
Baby sass.
Baby.
Baby sass. A baby sassy.
Sasquatch sunset.
I want to see the battle scene at the end.
And
Fight.
apparently there is some Sasquatch sex going on.
Yes,
You know,
of course
so there
there
you
is.
go.
Sad
Yes.
sex.
All right.
See the Badger's like
I'm
later,
in.
dude.
Sold, dude.
Yeah.
Sold.
That's
So
a
there you
fat
go.
badger.
So see, I just showed you two things to look forward to. So there you go.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
I was
Do
telling-
you need to run or no?
I got like 5.
Okay. Okay.
I was
Oh,
telling
we're gonna be on
Herb
to-
about there's the news that broke about Liam Neeson
Yes.
taking over Leslie Nielsen's role for like the Naked Gun series, like doing comedy now.
I think it's time. You know, he's at
Yeah,
that
we're
age.
ta-
yeah, where I think that would fit. I mean, Leslie Nielsen was a badass before he was a goofy ass.
That's what I was.
That's what he was
That's what I
telling
was
me, yeah.
telling him. Yeah, like
Old actor.
Forbidden Planet. He was like the leading man. I mean, he was that was a huge swing for the fences for him, and he all of a sudden became relevant again. I think Liam has not ever not been relevant, but I think it's a smooth move, and I think it's like, you know, like what a great pivot. You know, everyone's gonna go see it because they want to see him act like an idiot.
He hasn't seen the scene. There's one Ricky Gervais had that show back in the day. I don't know if it's extras or whatever it was. There's a clip on YouTube if you can find it of Liam Neeson trying improv acting. He's actually trying to become a comedic actor like 10
that
years
was
ago.
extras. Yeah, I
Extras.
remember that scene.
That was so funny.
I can't pull that
I
up
want to
though.
be
'cause
a
on
improvisational
YouTube, they'll
actor.
flag us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll send you a link.
Yeah.
I'm like, you haven't seen that? It's so funny.
Have you guys been following? Because coming up next, I want to talk about the potential new James Bond. Yes. And have you been following that? Are you a fan of James Bond? Yes.
She's like, I guess.
I've never watched any of them.
Oh,
like 28 movies or something. You've never seen a single one.
Not a single one.
Not
Not
a
Golden
single
But you
one.
watched Godzilla twice.
Oh man, let me tell you. When I was growing up, that Godzilla in the 90s with what's his
with
name?
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it religiously, like every.
Really?
So if
That's how
Godzilla
young
was
you
Daddy
are.
soundtrack.
so if Godzilla was 007, we'd have you.
Absolutely.
All right, that's MonsterVerse
Let me
stuff.
AI art.
Well,
Here we go.
that.
Here we go. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Still hanging out with Herb Stratford, Yas Money, as we're talking movies. We looked at a couple trailers on the podcast broadcast stream of movies that we're super excited about now. Like Sasquatch. What is it called?
Sasquatch
Sunset.
Sunset. Yep.
Yeah, with Jesse Eisenberg. You definitely have to look up the trailer on that.
He promised us there was a Sasquatch sex scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and that was
there we
enough for
go.
me to say, shut up and take my money. All right. So
You got some weird.
fetishes.
Fetishes.
I
That's some
know.
weird kinks.
Well,
yeah,
you
guys.
know, the thing is, like when I
No,
look up,
no. Let's go to the next story. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to know what you want. I don't know what you. I don't.
Fair enough. All right.
Don't.
okay, I
Fair.
think that's why
Fair.
I
I'm
have
gonna
you on.
stop you. You couldn't stop me from talking, but I will stop.
Okay, here's the deal. So a big talk around Hollywood right now is who's going to be the next James Bond, because that's a franchise that makes or breaks an actor. It's a franchise that's been around since like almost the beginning of cinema, honestly. It's a very coveted role amongst actors, especially British actors. And a lot of people are pegging Aaron Taylor Johnson as the next 007. Now, you may not know his name, but you definitely seen his work. He was first introduced to us on a mainstream scale when he starred as Kick-Ass in the movie Kick-Ass.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You remember Kick-Ass, Yaz?
I love that movie.
Yes,
Great
never
movie.
saw it.
Great movie.
How did you never see it? Okay, well,
I know.
he's
I'm
also been part of
sorry.
the MCU as Quicksilver.
Yes, I know that.
Okay, and
That I do know.
now he looks fantastic right now. He's 32 years old. The guy works out. He's a good-looking guy, no doubt, and he's British, so he has an accent. So a lot of people are saying he's definitely going to be the one, and he's perfect for it. And I don't necessarily disagree with it, but along with him being in conversation for being the next James Bond, his personal life continues to be brought up. And it's very odd. I did not know about his personal life.
Mm-hmm.
And his personal life is he's married with 3 kids, right? Not controversial at all. Okay. But he's 32 years old. His wife is 58 years old.
She groomed him.
Yes. She was a director. She is a director. She directed him when he was 18 years old. And then after they stopped shooting, they started dating. And essentially, she was 42 at the time. He was 18. And she groomed him.
But he was 17 at one point.
Yes, he
and
was.
he was living in her house.
Oh.
So you knew about this.
Oh, yeah. No,
Okay.
my friends are like, this is a big topic for them. They're like, really, they don't like the whole situation.
This is the controversy around, and this might actually affect you, like potentially take this role away from him.
I think it will, because I think the producers, Barbara Broccoli and her kid, I think is the producers now, because the husband died.
They're like legacy producers, right?
The Broccoli, they've done it the whole time. They've done all the films.
Estate.
I think you're right. I think they will be like, this is too much of a distraction.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then to do with him. And he could probably do the role. I mean, for my money, it's still Idris Elba, even though I think he's probably too old at this point to take it on. I'd love to see at least one Idris Elba.
She's also directing that Amy Winehouse movie, and people are against that too because she's directing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is an odd situation because the argument could be like, hey, we're in an 11 relationship and have been for now 16 years. We have 3 beautiful daughters together.
How did you get there?
But exactly, right? And this would be obviously more salacious if the roles were reversed. Yes, but considering this is a woman and an attractive woman nonetheless, with a younger man, then it's been overlooked until it's under a microscope. And now him being in talks of being potentially the next James Bond.
It's a big old spotlight.
It's a big ass microscope, right? Yeah. So that might ruin it for him, dude. And it's crazy. And your girlfriends are all just like, oh, girl.
They are so upset with her. Like, just the topic of her, like, it enrages them.
Wow.
Damn.
Which is crazy because obviously he's been a mainstream actor for a lot of years. Mm-hmm. He started in Kick-Ass after the movie that was shot in question.
He's going to be Craven.
Craven?
Yeah, the superhero movie.
Is he going to be Craven?
Thought he's Craven, isn't he?
Maybe.
Yeah. There's trailers out.
What Craven? Craven what?
This isn't a joke, I promise. I'm not about to say something
Craven
bad.
Or what superhero?
Craven's
a hunter.
Craven the Hunter. It's like a Conan ripoff, basically.
Yeah, for Marvel.
They're redoing it.
Oh yeah. So
Craven what, Beef?
He obviously has.
What's he craving?
Yeah, exactly. I'm confused. No, he obviously had the Marvel makeover because the pictures that I saw recently of him, he's all swole. He's looking like Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
So another reason why, like 007, this guy looks like he could shag spies. Only if the spies were around when Sean Connery was 007. Then apparently he has a type.
Well, they should have had a Hemsworth be a 007 then.
He's Australian. They're not going to let
give it to Superman.
do it.
Give it to Superman. Henry.
Yes. Henry Cavill.
Yeah, Cavill
or Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
Well, there you go. That's a big controversy around Aaron and Taylor Johnson, and that may or may not affect his casting as the next 007. So we might be a ways away from that. We'll keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. There you go. See? Oh, look at us.
All right,
spilling tea. All right, you have a good one, Herb.
Thank you.
In the new Guy Ritchie series, have you seen it? The Gentleman?
Here, we'll do
Is it
so
good?
good.
Okay, I need to watch it.
We're going to do our F My Life clip from this morning and reset. And
I
be
thought
back
I
with
was
more.
F my life.
That's part of it, yes.
Stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of Your F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com, subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you give us a call at 600-KFMA. That's 600-5362. And if our panel agrees that your life is effed, we'll hook you up with tickets with Dimitri Martin. All right.
Cool.
I do have extra tickets for Dimitri. Joining us as a panelist is Justin Spears from ESPN Radio. Good morning, Justin.
Good morning, guys.
And this is his first ever F My Life. So he's got a doozy of a one to sit in on. So first F My Life email is sent to me by Natalie. She wrote, this week I went to the hospital with a broken hand. They gave me a cast and some prescription pain medication. But the only problem is the bottle of the medication is childproof. I live alone and I can't open it with one hand. Yeah, F my life. We'll start off with Rico on this one.
It's Darwinism. Sorry.
You just gonna have to deal with the pain.
Deal with it.
Lefty.
No, there's YouTube. But yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, you say F my life?
F my life.
All right, Justin, what do you say?
I would say F my life. That sucks, man.
Yeah, this would be a good time to like get to know your neighbor.
Yeah.
In a very odd way. They're gonna think you're a crackhead though.
Or hitting on them.
Yeah. Well,
Open this bottle for me.
you watch way too much porn.
You're right.
Dude. Yeah, everything is not
Prescription porn.
a banging scenario.
It's a weird niche. My bad.
Yeah. You like handies with casts? Oh, you got a broken hand?
Don't
Yeah.
knock it till you try it, beef.
All right. Here we go. Next up, I like female. All right. So this one was sent to me by Robert. Robert said, I thought it would be a good idea to let my 19-month-old son watch me go number one since I'm trying to potty train him. I didn't consider that he might try to grab me at the hose. When he did, I was startled and peed all over the floor and my son. Good job,
God.
Dad. All right, F my life. What do you say here, Justin?
Man, that is so terrible. F my life, dude.
And you're like, I can't stop.
It hurts.
Yeah, because then you're
Yeah.
like, even if no matter what happens, you pull away, you're
It's
still
all
gonna
over.
it's gonna get all over the place no matter what.
Yeah,
so.
you're midstream. Yeah. What do you say? F my life?
Everybody's traumatized in that situation. Yeah, F my life.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not going to be a forever core memory, but
Yeah.
definitely F my life. But I will say this, just to kind of cushion the blow, experts do say that you should go to the bathroom in front of your kids when you're potty training them because, then they'll end up learning by essentially watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Science.
that is a normal thing. Let's go to the phone and see if we have an F my life from one of our callers. Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
Yeah, that's way too young to have your first cold shower.
Yeah, okay, yes, you're absolutely right. Thanks for that. All right, so let's go on to the next F my life email.
Just so you know.
Yeah. All right. This was sent to me by Alyssa. She said, yesterday I got a text message from a number I don't know saying, I'm sorry, but I'm cheating on you. I couldn't do this in person because you're ugly when you cry. I haven't had a relationship in 6 years, and I still managed to get dumped. Oh, F my life for Alyssa. What do you say? Rico.
Yeah, big baby.
Huh?
That's just, he said 6 years since the last one, and it was a random text.
Yeah.
Just kind of open the scab kind of situation.
Yeah. Open the scab.
Yeah, get over it. Big baby.
All right. What do you say?
Yeah, get over it.
All right. Big baby.
Big baby.
Yeah.
Big baby. And you know what?
Text them back.
Things happen for a reason, or
Yeah.
things happen the way it should. So it's all good, man.
All right. This last one was sent to me with the name Bad Mom. So we had Robert who thought he was a bad dad. Let's see what Bad Mom had to say. She wrote, "Hey, Beef, today I had my son do some chores around the house. I was fairly proud of him for doing it himself until he told me he accidentally washed his Nintendo in his sheets and now it doesn't work. I can't afford a new one. And now he refuses to do chores because, quote unquote, I did. And look what happened. So F my life. What do you say, Rico?
Yeah, big baby. It wasn't a PS5.
It sounds like a Nintendo Switch. What do you say, Justin?
So she washed the Nintendo? Or
No, he did.
He did.
She told her son do some chores. He did chores sounds like he was washing his sheets, but had his switch in the sheets and then broke his switch. And now he won't do chores because the one time he did chores, he broke his switch.
Son, this is a lesson. Pay attention to details.
Yes.
Being a detail-minded person will take you so far in life. The details always add up. And I mean, you're a parent. Your kid is telling you, I'm not going to do chores. Better get your ass in there and start sweeping, start cleaning up, because what are we doing here, man?
Spears went full football
Full
coach.
dad.
Yeah.
Full coach dad.
Son.
Hell
And what
yeah.
are you, 24?
He needs it. He needs it.
All right, there's your F my life. So we're going to keep the conversation moving. Actually, we're not. We're going to hit the reset. We're getting ready for the podcast broadcast. But coming up next, there's a sports scandal. Shohei Iwani. Otani. Yeah.
Jeez.
I mixed him up with Ariel Iwani.
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
good mashup.
Shohei has have some financial scandals surrounding him. Also, our U of A Wildcats is in the March of Madness bracket here and in their tournament. Now, they aren't the number one seed, but I feel like that might be a good thing. We're going to break that down with Justin Spears right after this as well. It's Rock 1 2.1. All right, that was your F my life. From this morning, I still got Yas Money here. See, she did not leave. So
I had a real
She's a
F my
trooper.
life.
You did have a real F my
Real
life.
story of my life.
Yeah,
And
which
I knew
is-
that's why you wanted to bring me in here.
No, I want to. Well,
Using
first
me
off,
be vegan.
no, I like
Use me
the
for content.
I like the conversations that we have. You know, we work
Yeah.
at the Roadrunner games and the back and forth. And you're a partier. You've partied before. Have you ever had a hurricane shot?
I feel like that's probably something I've had
Yeah.
before. I don't know.
Let's put that in the yes
I'm
column.
gonna put it in the yes.
You bounce at a
I
bar.
did my fair share of drinking a lot.
Yes. And
So-
Rico, have you ever at your bar? Do they serve hurricane shots?
I don't think so. They have like specialty cocktails, but I'm sure if you make a variant of it, sure.
Hurricane shots more than just a liquor; it's a routine. And spring break in Miami, they sell them for $30 a pop, and there's a girl making thousands of dollars doing this. Check this out. That's it. 30.
Acting.
He's so stoked to do it too. Right? Almost like a body shot. And it throws a pitcher of water in his face and slaps him.
If you sign a waiver before that.
The waiver is you coming into the club.
Right. Maybe this
It's like when you go into a hockey game, like, oh, you get hit. That was your responsibility.
that cocktail a waitress in question, her name, this is Fort Lauderdale, actually. Her name is Ayana Callis, and she serves those
Ayana.
shots exclusively for $30 each shot. And she has been making thousands of dollars in the process.
Lord
She
help
actually
her.
she makes north of $6,000 nightly. She sells about 150 to 200 of those shots per night.
Damn, man, you can just do anything.
I'm telling you, man.
She's telling her friends, like, you don't have to do OnlyFans. You can literally punch men and get
Yeah.
rich.
Yeah. And this is not
Cool.
the first time I've seen the shot
I've
and
seen,
slap thing.
I've seen that too.
But now that's become popular amongst this generation. Again, this is a generation heavily affected by COVID, and then now they're celebrating spring break. And it's like, how do we party? Well, I'll show you how. We'll punch you in the fucking face. Like, all right, any kind of contact is good. I was locked in my room for 18 months. This
Florida
is
be
nice.
flirting, and you know they canceled spring break in
Oh,
Florida.
yeah, we played
so-
that.
In
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
In fact,
just in Miami.
Just in Miami. And in fact, actually, there were other places like Tampa Bay that took advantage of this. And they're like, come on over and be debaucherous here. And they've been raking in the dough. Down Miami has still been kind of having a spring break, but they have a hard curfew. And there have been opponents to this saying, hey, this is straight up racist, the way that you're implementing these heavy restrictions because of the large amount of like black students that go down to Miami during that time.
Okay.
And saying, hey, because of the issues, you're doing this curfew and you're basically giving cops a pass to be able to what's the word? Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Talking about the opponents of the spring break heavy curfew in Miami, and opponents are calling it racist. It's because they could. What's when you see when a cop see somebody
Affirmative action.
not affirmative action when they could just search you for no reason or just
Like,
Search and seizure.
No, they have a
there's a thing.
suspicion.
You know, the thing.
Yeah.
Oh God, what is it?
Profiling.
Yeah, that's okay. Let's say profile. They say that you could legally profile certain, black students.
Reason for suspicion.
Yeah, things like that. So that's why the opponents of the curfew in Miami called that racist, and it gives cops kind of essentially the right to search for no reason.
I would've thought it would have been the opposite. I thought it was like a bunch of white people that would do spring break in Florida.
No, I mean the East Coast, obviously in Miami, there's just a lot of different types of people, and there's every year for the past few years, especially since we got past pandemic, Miami videos of spring break have been out of control, right?
Chaos.
Yeah, so there's been shootings, there's been all types of stuff, but to be fair, it's literally been students of all backgrounds, right?
Yeah.
And white people fight and get stupid drunk just as much as everybody else.
Drunk and stupid is drunk and stupid.
Yeah,
It
so
happens.
Miami did not want that this year. And, the other cities neighboring around Miami said, fine, if you don't want that money, we'll take that money. And they have been. They said, hey, you guys can come and be drunken douchebags over here.
Who wants a $30 shot?
Right. Who wants a $30
Yeah.
shot? And we just showed the video of the hurricane shot of this beautiful bartender who made it her gimmick and sells these hurricane shots where it's $30 each, where she puts the shot in her mouth. It's like body shot style. And she'll put it into the person's mouth, right? Little mouth-to-mouth shot. And
It's
then
in a
once-
tube. It's in a tube.
It's
So
in
the
a
bottom
tube.
of the tube is in her mouth, and then the other part is in
Right.
Goes into the other person.
Yes, and then once the person gets the shot, then they get a pitcher of water splash in their face, and then followed up by a slap to the face, as hard as Aliana.
$30.
Yeah, $30 a shot. She's making $6,000 a night during
Hustler.
spring break. Yeah, she could literally retire for the rest of the year after spring break. Spring break is like for an entire month because each university has a different week that they take off in that region.
I just want to see you're saying like my hand hurts after a while. She's like, I gotta take a break.
Like,
I didn't even
Slapping too
think of
many
that.
men.
for $6,000 a night, I
know.
don't care if I'm going to hit you with the nub.
It's like limp and
Falls
numb.
off. Absolutely.
Yep.
So that's part of the drinks. Will you look? You guys like cervezas. Would you ever drink a pizza inspired and flavored beer?
Nah.
You say no.
Nah.
All right.
What kind of pizza?
what kind of
What's
pizza?
on this pizza?
Tombstone pizza, like the frozen pizza.
I had to be really drunk
No.
before I even try that.
Do you have the story pulled up on your
I
computer?
do, and I have a
Turn
photo
your
to show
computer
you.
off. Turn the computer off.
No, this is a real thing.
Totinos are bust, baby.
Pizza flavored beer is arriving this month, and it's Tombstone and New Belgium have linked up together to serve this pizza beer. And they say that it's an IPA that's 7% alcohol, and they're selling it under their IPA brand Voodoo Ranger. They describe it as having hints of crispy crust, tangy tomato sauce, savory herbs and spices with a pepperoni finish. It's essentially acid reflux in a bottle.
Oh my god!
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You better chase it with some Tums.
Yeah.
Pizza flavored Tums.
Yes. Pizza flavored Tums is going to be the next thing. Might
Late
as well.
stage capitalism is so entertaining.
Yeah, this is what it's going to look like in cans. But that Tombstone Voodoo Ranger is an actual real
Is the
thing.
Voodoo holding the pizza.
Yeah, and it's actual thing that you would be able to get at stores around the Arizona as well. It's not one of these online only type of promotions.
I
You
just
know
love
what?
it's
You know what?
Tombstone.
You know what else just came to Arizona that I saw at the 50 Cent concert? And
What?
now they're like at every store, soft served ice cream in like a pouch, like those applesauce pouches.
Okay.
It's a soft serve ice cream and you can eat it out of the tube.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a Go-Gurt?
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Well, no, not like a tube, but like, you ever seen like the
Applesauce
square,
is the
like
go where
applesauce?
it's in a little pouch.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
it's for kids.
But now
Right.
they have soft serve in these pouches. And so they were selling them at the concert and I was like, do I want one? But then I got distracted and I could not make it back to the concession stand.
Did you see anybody eating one of those?
Soft
I
serve
saw
in a
this girl that I'm friends with on Instagram, I saw that she got one. She was so impressed by it. She contacted the manufacturer and was like, hey, when are these coming to store? And he was like, they responded, they were like, absolutely, we're
Yeah.
coming to all
Tell your friends.
we're coming to Bash's and Albertsons and Fry's and all that stuff. It's soft serve ice cream.
So it's so simple, your thing, and brilliant at the same time. You're like, why didn't I think of that?
Yes.
Like legitimately, you just make it super easy. Just grab it and suck it out.
I'm going to call Voodoo IPA with a pizza beer and be like, hey, are you guys stopping this anytime soon? Can you please not?
Yeah, unless they serve it in a pouch and then
In
go
the
to town.
pouch, yes. Then
Beer
we'll
in a
talk.
pouch.
It's nice.
Beer in a pouch. Hello, Voodoo. Hello, Mr.
Pouch beer.
Mr. Voodoo.
We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. We're going to wrap things up with the beef tip on the FM side. When we return, you can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan, or keep it right here in Rock 102.1. Clear.
Pouch beer.
Pouch
beer.
beer. Yeah. That's it.
Mm.
I mean, that's kind of what's been done in certain places where they do like the Ziploc pouch to
Mm.
make it look like a Capri Sun kind of thing.
Yeah,
I think
they
the
do that
best-
with
The
cocktails.
sneaky cocktail arena methods people use, like the flip flop back in the day with the booze inside of it. I think the
A
funniest one I've
flip-flop.
seen is like a fake baby head where a guy has a nozzle, like he's carrying a baby, and his friend just like sips a little thing out of the
Yes,
baby's head.
I
like,
know what you're
"That's-
talking
Oh
about.
my god, classic.
So there is a repercussion, like a downside to giving like your kid the frozen yogurt or soft serve in a pouch. The side effects are like this. This girl got
Side effects.
side effects. This
Oh
is-
no,
Yeah, so she got the soft serve in a pouch.
we just solved the energy crisis.
You're so stupid.
She did. It's too much sugar. It just keeps going. She's 6 years old.
What the hell?
She did 80 backflips.
Is this on loop or no?
No, this is a legit video.
Nah,
That
that's
is-
loop. I just saw a glitch.
Yeah, I saw a
It's
glitch.
not-
I saw a
no,
glitch.
no, you did not.
I did. I saw a glitch.
That's my internet. That's not a glitch. I'm telling you. I watch it from beginning to end. It's not a loop. She just continues to go, and you can see the sheet. It moves differently.
I don't mean anything. No, there's a glitch.
There's no glitch.
There is. Yes, there is.
No, that's the mom. There's audio too of the mom being like, "God damn, watch."
Damn. More pouches. She's all red in the face.
Okay,
I know.
new roll.
He's got those boomies.
What the hell?
They broke a world record?
Yeah,
Right?
They weren't there for that.
No, they were not. You're like, hey, Sarah, stop doing backwards on the bed. You mean like this, Mom? Like,
I just hope the mom's not like that kind of parent where she's all disappointed afterwards. Like, she has 5 more to go.
right.
That's good enough, honey.
We're going.
Cardio game. Worst X-Men ever.
Worst X-Men ever, for sure.
What's
All
your
right.
power?
So, yes.
Just watch.
I will.
You got 5 minutes?
Death by backflip.
Death by backflip. Let's see. Where's
It'd be a
my
good superhero name, though. Backflip.
Backflip is a badass superhero name for sure. What would your superhero name be, Yas?
Student debt avoider.
You know what?
Maxed out credit.
Now I had to play.
No.
I have to play this video because I go by beef and I know my cows. This video has gone viral because of a cow who has intuition like I have intuition, right? And this is something that's been well documented. My intuition has been proven to be spot on. This is a wedding, and how the weddings they always ask that traditional question. If anybody, has anything they'd like to say to object during this, speak now, forever hold your peace. And my my sister from another mister said this.
Your relationship has led to this moment and converged here and now. And as a consequence of this, you now wish to affirm your relationship and offer each other the security which comes from a legally binding vow, sincerely made and faithfully kept. Marriage is a promise, and it's this promise that will deepen and enrich every facet of your life together. Happiness is fuller. Memories are fresh. I must now ask if any person here
You're gonna be dinner later.
Yeah.
I would have walked out.
If any person here present knows of any lawful impediment,
Did it again.
I should not be joined.
He's like, you shouldn't be marrying that heifer. You need to marry this heifer.
Oh,
Yeah, see what I did there? All right, let's get back on the air.
too easy.
Yeah, it was right there. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Oh, we're almost out of time on this show, but I had a good show going on.
Time
so
flies,
far.
baby.
When you're having fun, for
That's
sure.
right.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll continue to give away tickets for Dimitri Martin, who's going to be performing at the Fox Theater. You a fan of Dimitri Martin?
Yes.
You trying to think who it is?
No, I know who it is.
And then Stone Temple Pilots live in Soul Asylum. That's our other big concert ticket item that we're going to be giving away. That's tomorrow morning, and of course we'll have Weirdo in, and it'll be a good time. You ever get in a workout rut?
A workout rut?
Yeah. No. Look. First and foremost, Rico, you are the buffest person on this show.
Oh, stop.
Okay, for the time being, because
For the time
you
being.
go to the gym like how many times a week?
At least 4.
Okay, yeah, and when you're there for like an hour at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna be as buff as you soon, and
Good,
I'm not gonna go
good.
to the gym at all. Right. So you're gonna look.
You want to get
like a
lipos
dumbass.
together?
Nope.
Oh,
Ozempic and watch Roadhouse.
Ozempic.
Ozempic, yeah, and honestly, Ozempic has been working wonders for some celebrities, and also not being great for others. I'm looking at Scott Disick and the not so good aspect of Ozempic.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's malnourished, and people have been roasting him because he got Ozempic face. That's what they call it, and that's essentially when you get so skinny, your eyes sink in, and you're malnourished because you're just not eating. But it works wonders for Oprah, so much so that she walked away from Weight Watchers because she couldn't continue to be a hypocrite saying, hey, I've been on Weight Watchers for 30 years, still a big woman. I take Ozempic, and now look at me, I'm stacked.
She also has a Hulu special about weight.
Yep, I
And
know.
I was like, no way.
Well, the reason why I brought up working out is because science is on it. And there's a new exercise pill that could potentially replace some, if not all, of the benefits of working out. And that's coming soon. So we're almost in the future where you can take a shot so we don't have to be fat. And then we take a pill so we can be buff and not have to go to the gym. And I'm like, sign me up, baby. And everyone else, you guys are going to look stupid for all the effort you put in to look good. Because all I need is a 1-2 combo. Shot in the butt, pill in the mouth. We're good to go. And then I'm going to start flexing, go to the beach, actually take my shirt off this time, and have a good time.
You'll never understand the joys of kettlebell farting. You'll never get it, beef.
But yeah, mimicking exercise with a pill is going to be a thing. Doctors have long prescribed those pills. Researchers patented results recently, and it seems like it might be something that'll be coming out soon. First, it will go to celebrities and Marvel actors, and then eventually to us poor people. Okay. So my beef tip to you is just hang in there. Eventually, we're going to have all the beautiful drugs that the celebrities have too, and we'll be good looking someday too.
God, we're so lazy.
Well, not Rico, but again, he's going to look like a little bitch once I get buffer than him just by taking a pill, because I'm going to take 2. Yeah. I'm not going to take
You're going to be like Super Shredder?
Yeah, recommended dose of 1 a day. Son.
Oh, God.
No, I'm going
to
rock.
Craver.
Yes.
So swole. I'm pre-flexing as of right now. All right, that's all the time.
Cast of Predator in one.
Yeah, that's all the time we have for the show. Thank you guys for listening so much. Be back tomorrow morning. Till then, drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of beef, soon will come and do all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind to bad, I will knock out all your teeth. If you snort it, you'll get even buffer.